If you are watching this right now and you depend on Social Security to pay your bills, buy your groceries, or keep a roof over your head, I need you to stop everything you are doing and listen very carefully to what I am about to tell you. This is not just another news update. This is information that could change your life, and I mean that from the bottom of my heart. I know how hard it is out there right now. I hear from people just like you every single day, folks who have worked their entire lives, who have paid into this system with every paycheck they ever earned, and who are now struggling just to get by on a fixed income that never seems to stretch far enough. The price of eggs has gone through the roof. Rent keeps climbing. Prescription medications cost more than they did last year. And every time you turn around, something else has gotten more expensive while your monthly check stays the same. I understand that frustration. I feel it too. And I want you to know that you are not alone in this struggle. Millions of Americans are going through the exact same thing, lying awake at night, wondering how they are going to make ends meet, wondering if they are going to have to choose between filling their prescriptions or filling their refrigerator. That is exactly why I made this video today, because the government has just announced major changes to Social Security that are taking effect right now. And these changes could put more money in your pocket, starting with your very next payment. I am going to explain everything in plain, simple English so you understand exactly what is happening, what it means for your benefits, and what you need to do to make sure you are getting every single dollar you are entitled to receive. You have earned these benefits. You have paid for them. And nobody should ever make you feel like you are asking for a handout when you are simply collecting what is rightfully yours. Starting this month, the Social Security Administration has implemented a cost of living adjustment that is going to increase monthly payments for nearly everyone who receives benefits. This includes people on regular Social Security retirement, people receiving Social Security disability insurance, survivors receiving benefits after losing a spouse, and even people on supplemental security income. The government looked at how much prices have gone up over the past year, and they determined that your benefits need to go up too, so you can continue to afford the basic necessities of life. Now, here is what this means in real dollars and cents. If you have been receiving around $1,700 a month in retirement benefits, you are now looking at payments that could be over $1,800. I know that might not sound like a fortune to some people, but when you are living on a fixed income, when every dollar matters, an extra $100 or more each month can be the difference between dignity and desperation. That is grocery money. That is money for your medications. That is money that lets you keep the heat on in the winter without having to bundle up in 3 sweaters inside your own home. The beautiful thing about this increase is that you do not have to do anything to receive it. You do not need to fill out any paperwork. You do not need to call the Social Security Administration and sit on hold for hours. You do not need to go down to your local office and wait in line. The adjustment happens automatically, and your increased payment will show up in your bank account or in your mailbox, depending on how you receive your benefits. The Social Security Administration should also be sending you a notice explaining exactly how much your new monthly benefit will be, so keep an eye out for that letter. But I need to tell you something important, and this is where it gets a little more complicated. The amount of increase you receive is not exactly the same for everyone. It depends on several factors, including when you started collecting benefits, your lifetime earnings record, and whether you are receiving benefits based on your own work history or as a spouse or survivor. Some people are going to see larger increases than others, and I want to make sure you understand why, so you do not feel shortchanged if your increase looks different from what your neighbor or your friend is getting. If you are someone who is still working while collecting Social Security, and I know many of you have to do this just to survive, there is more good news. The government has raised the earnings limits, which means you can now earn more money from a job without having your Social Security benefits reduced. If you are under your full retirement age for the entire year, you can now earn up to $23,400 without any reduction to your benefits. That is an increase from last year, and it means more money can stay in your pocket where it belongs. If you earn more than that limit, the Social Security Administration will reduce your benefits by $1 for every $2 you earn above the threshold. I know that sounds harsh, but here is the thing many people do not realize. Once you reach your full retirement age, all of these limits disappear completely. You can earn as much as you want, work as many hours as you want, and the government will not touch a single penny of your Social Security check. So if you are getting close to your full retirement age and you have been holding back on working, that finish line is coming and things are about to get easier. I want to take a moment to speak directly to the widows and widowers watching this video because my heart goes out to you. Losing your spouse is one of the hardest things anyone can go through, and dealing with finances and benefits during that time of grief can feel absolutely overwhelming. If your husband or wife has passed away and you are not currently receiving survivor benefits, you need to contact the Social Security Administration as soon as possible. Survivor benefits are typically higher than spousal benefits because they are based on 100% of what your spouse was receiving rather than just 50%. The Social Security Administration does not automatically switch you to survivor benefits in many cases. You have to actively apply for them, and I have heard so many heartbreaking stories from people who went months or even years without claiming benefits they were entitled to simply because they did not know they needed to ask. Please do not let that happen to you. If you have lost a spouse, make that call. Visit that office or go online and apply for survivor benefits. It could mean hundreds of extra dollars in your pocket every single month. For those of you receiving supplemental security income, your payments are also going up. The maximum federal benefit for an individual is now $943 per month, and for couples, it is $1,415. I know those numbers might seem small when you are trying to pay rent that costs twice that amount, but every single dollar matters when you are counting pennies to make it through the month. The income and resource limits are also being adjusted to help more people qualify, and the Social Security Administration is making it easier to meet the eligibility requirements by excluding certain resources that used to count against you. If you are finding this information helpful and you want to stay informed about Social Security news, benefit updates, and everything else that affects your income and your future, I would be so grateful if you would take just 1 second to subscribe to this channel. I work hard to bring you the latest updates in plain English without all the confusing government jargon, and subscribing helps me continue doing this work. Just hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you never miss an important update that could affect your benefits. Now, I need to warn you about something that makes my blood boil, and that is the scammers who prey on seniors every single time there are changes to Social Security. These criminals know that people are confused about the new rules, and they use that confusion to steal money and personal information from vulnerable people. You might receive phone calls from people claiming to be from the Social Security Administration, telling you that your benefits are going to be suspended unless you pay a fee or provide your personal information. This is always a scam. Always. The real Social Security Administration will never call you and threaten to cut off your benefits. They will never demand payment over the phone. They will never ask you to pay with gift cards or wire transfers. They will never threaten to have you arrested if you do not pay immediately. If you receive a call like this, hang up right away and do not give them any information. The real Social Security Administration communicates through official letters in the mail and through your secure online account. If you ever have questions about whether a communication is legitimate, call the official Social Security phone number that you find on their website or on your benefit statements, not a number that someone gives you over the phone. I want to share something with you that could be worth tens of thousands of dollars over your lifetime, and it has to do with when you choose to claim your benefits. You can start collecting reduced retirement benefits as early as age 62, but if you can afford to wait, your benefits grow significantly. For every year you delay past your full retirement age up until age 70, your benefit amount increases by 8%. That is an incredible guaranteed return that you cannot find anywhere else. If your full retirement age is 67 and you wait until 70 to claim, you will receive 32% more every single month for the rest of your life. I know that waiting is not possible for everyone. If you need the money now, you should absolutely claim it now because that is what the program is there for. But if you have other income or savings that can carry you for a few more years, waiting could mean a much more comfortable retirement. And here is something that is especially important if you are married. If you are the higher earner and you wait to increase your benefit, you are also increasing the survivor benefit your spouse will receive after you are gone. That is a gift of financial security that can protect them for the rest of their lives. Many people worry that their increased Social Security payment might affect their eligibility for other programs like Medicare, Medicaid, or food assistance. For Medicare, you have nothing to worry about because eligibility is based on age, not income. However, the Medicare Part B premium that comes out of your check does go up slightly each year. For Medicaid and food stamps, which are based on income, an increase in your Social Security could potentially affect your eligibility, but most states have protections in place to ensure that cost of living adjustments do not automatically disqualify people from these vital programs. If you are concerned, contact your local social services office to find out exactly how your specific situation will be affected. Before I finish, I want you to know that I see you. I see how hard you have worked your entire life. I see the sacrifices you have made for your family. I see the dignity with which you carry yourself even when times are tough. You deserve so much more than just getting by. You deserve comfort and security in your retirement years. And while I cannot change the system overnight, I can make sure you have the information you need to get every benefit you have earned. If you have not already created a My Social Security account online, I encourage you to do that today. It is free, it is secure, and it gives you access to your complete earnings history and personalized benefit estimates. Knowledge is power, and the more you know about your benefits, the better decisions you can make for your future. Thank you for spending this time with me today. I truly appreciate each and every one of you, and I am honored that you trust me to bring you this important information. If this video helped you, please share it with a friend or family member who is also on Social Security because they need to know about these changes too. Together, we can make sure that no one misses out on the benefits they have earned and the money they deserve. Take care of yourself, and I will see you in the next video with more updates that matter to your life and your wallet.